Okay, hey guys, this is going to be my first web tutorial and we're going to cover the basics in this one. We're going to cover the basics of web development. And as you can see right here, I've got opened up brackets, and what brackets is a web editor. And I just want to briefly go into this. Getting a web editor is, in my opinion, more helpful than getting using like Notepad, for example, because having a web editor, not only will it color code things, but just the overall layout, it'll be easier for you to start out. And you'll see as I go along through this video, I'll point out some things that an editor might have, whereas using Notepad might not be as useful. And oh yeah, one other thing I think that's very important that as starting out a web developer should know is the difference between web development and web design. So what web design is? Web design is like the look and the feel of your web page. Web design is like being the architect, having that creative point of view. That might be one of the characteristics, being more artistic. And web development is actually going down into the code and actually coding it, actually doing it. And there's a clear line between web design and web development. You want to be able to do both. You want to be able to say, okay, this is how I want it to look like. You want to be able to do the web design part and then do the web development part. This is how, get your point across. Actually do it. Okay, that was a little bit of the difference between web design and web development. They're two very different things. So now we're just going to go ahead. We're going to declare. This is going to be the first step. We're going to declare it. This file right here is an HTML. And we can do that by declaring the doc type is HTML. And we're going to open up some HTML tags. And this right here, this is a tag. And we know that this is a tag because it's separated by these arrowheads on either side. And this right here is the opening tag. And this right here is the closing tag. And we know that this is the closing tag because there's a backslash here. Okay, so now we've defined the HTML. This is where everything will go within. And within our HTML, we wanna have a head. And what a head is, this is basically essentially where a title goes. And I'm just gonna put my title as Learning HTML. Okay, now we have to create a body tag. Body tag. And within our body tag, I think the best way I can describe body tag is like the meat in your burger. You see, the body tag is where the real. This is where all your tags will go in. All the things like declaring your paragraphs, text, that should all go within your body. And so, why don't we start off by saying hello world? And we can say hello world by declaring a p tag. And what a p tag is that it's a paragraph. It's a paragraph tag. Now let's say hello world. And if you look at my browser here, it displays on the screen hello world. Isn't that cool? That right there is a great start into learning HTML, learning how to display text on your screen. Now we can use the p tag to do this, or we can use the header tags. And so there's 6 header tags. You have the header 1 tag. And the header 1 tag essentially displays the text within its biggest font, as we see here. So here we see that it's in its biggest font. If we use a header 2 tag, the text is slightly smaller than the header 1 tag. And then essentially it goes down to header 3. Sorry about that. Then it goes down to header 4. There's text there. Goes to header 5. There's text here. And then lastly, the smallest font that we have would be header 6. Now if we look here, you can notice, don't you notice how the text gets smaller and smaller with every header that we use? And that's because, as I said before, header 1 is the largest, header 6 is the smallest text font. Okay, so we have a good start so far. We've declared this is, so today we learned how to declare the file as an HTML, what goes within our HTML file, the header, the title within the header, the body, again, this is the meat of our burger, and the paragraph tag. And the paragraph tag displays text as a paragraph. The header tags, which will display text in different font sizes. And yeah, that's a great start. And what I advise you doing is, again, getting a web editor, starting this out for yourself. Again, starting out is just essentially learning a lot of tags. You're going to have to learn a lot of different tags. And yeah, thank you.